Alrighty, so this is for the listing that I have up on Reverb. I'm trying to sell this maybe through shipping. I'm a little sketchy about that because of so many scams and you know. But anyway, I'd rather do local pickup, but if it's the right price, I'm willing to ship. I don't want to sell it, but just like everyone else that says the same thing, I need the cash. So I have to let go of this baby for now. One day maybe get another, but maybe not. It might be way more expensive when I can never get one again. But listing it for $2,500. This is a refined era Parker fly. It's Deluxe. It's a 2008 in ice blue burst. You can see the burst on the edges. And it's almost like a cloud sky blue. It's very faint blue and it's hard to tell on video. I just wanted to go ahead and show off there's no pocket cracks whatsoever. There's no structural damage to the guitar, the wood, anything. All the edges of the frets and the fretboard are in great shape. The little bit of imperfections you see here is only the paint that's been coming off from playing throughout the years, but nothing rubs off. Everything's good to go. No worries about that. And as you can tell from the fretboard, let me see if I can get the shine on it so you guys can see, there's no scratching from people's fingernails on playing it because some people have some strange playing styles. This right here I would not worry about. This is not markings from being scratched or anything like that. This nut here back a few years ago was replaced by the owner because the original one was worn down. I do have an extra nut from the Parker factory in case one ever wants to replace it. And this is coming with a bunch of spare parts that I have listed, you can see from the photos. And that's so that a buyer can have confidence in knowing that they can replace parts in case something ever fails on it, because I know most people shy away from buying Parkers because parts are not made anymore. So you have to just source them and get whatever you can, and it's very expensive. This here, I wanted to show, has nothing to do with cracks. I took it to a luthier when I first purchased it, and the reason why was to simply have it set up. I wasn't good at doing my own setups back then, so I didn't trust myself to do it. So this was when he was setting it up, a little piece of the paint chipped off, and it has nothing to do with the wood. What he tried to do was simply glue it back on so he wouldn't have to leave it bare and just, you know, black underneath. That's what you see. So that's what that's about. Had some people ask me about the truss rod here. Same issue. It's not a crack. He tried to paste the chips of paint that came off, and that was when he was adjusting the truss rod, and that's why when he was twisting it, a bit of the paint chipped off, because as you know, a lot of Parkers have issues with its paint finishes, and that's just what happened with this one. Could have been worse, but honestly, it doesn't bother me. Just because it was my dream guitar, it really doesn't bother me. I wouldn't necessarily say this one is a mint collectible, but it's almost there, and it's definitely a player. But it's one that I feel like if you are fine with all of this, you'll be happy with, and especially if you plan on keeping it and not selling it. So yeah, it's a basswood poplar body, basswood neck. All the tuners are great, intact, all work. None of them are rusted. All the wheels turned well. All of them are great shape. None of them have any issues. They all stay in tune. Here's some another view from the front. These stickers here come off very easy. They're not hiding anything. I only put it on there because I was very into a band called CKY when I was younger, and they were all this had a whole bunch of skateboarding stuff all over the thing. So I'm a nerd about that. But anyway, yeah, same thing here. Just a little bit of the finish came off, but that's not a crack. Not sure if I could focus on that. The nut is in great shape. It's not worn out, anything weird. The only issues I'd say, if I can try to point them out here, if I can get a good light, and I wouldn't necessarily say they're issues, they're just little scratches. This one here was originally from the owner I purchased it from, the first owner. I'm the second owner. This happened, long story short, he's originally from Spain. This guitar originally came from Spain. It was sold in Spain. The music shop who was selling it, brand new at the time, had somebody break into their store, and while they were stealing things, they dropped something on this guitar, and that drop caused a little bit of a crack here on the finish, not the wood whatsoever. And nothing has, I've had this guitar for years now, same thing. I don't know if it's something someone might want to fix and can buff out. I have just never tried to. And again, pocket cracks, none whatsoever. This thing is mint when it comes to that. I would, if I saw this in person, I would buy it again if I had the cash, put it that way. The pickups are DiMarzios. The bridge completely intact. The piezo works. You can see my other video. No rust whatsoever on these. And again, have a bunch of spare parts, so you could always replace anything here. I also, yeah. So you can see here, there's no issues with the knobs at all. And again, including parts, but I'm only including it because I won't have this guitar anymore, so why have it? Of course, you can say, well, why don't you sell the parts and make money? I don't have time. I'm including it all as part of the deal, so someone finds it to be a sweet deal and buys the entire thing. Doesn't try to knock me off so much on price, because I will not budge if it goes really low. I'm not going to sell that. This guitar is a professional instrument. I'm not going to treat it as if you're buying an old Peavey from the 80s for $400. Sorry. And the only issues I will say here with the finish, see if I can point out, it's just a little bit of like, this could be buffed out. I'm not sure what that is. It looks like it was just from rubbing on clothes. Let's see here. Same thing back here. You can take off the sticker, no problem. This part, I will say, it's a little bit broken, I guess, in the sense of when you open it, it can come out. So I just put this in case. The tape doesn't need it, it holds it. But I will say that part can be replaced. I'm including a brand new backplate cavity. Sorry, not brand new, but another backplate cavity. So if you need to, you can swap it out for parts. All the parts inside, I wish I could open it, but everything's intact in there. Nothing that's wrong electronically. Again, no cracks on the back, on the neck, anything. This thing is in great shape. To be blunt, I mean, it has its imperfections, but again, you know, it's an instrument from 2008, and it has been played by the previous owner, just not myself ever live. Let's see here if I can find any other parts. The headstock here. There's a paint chip right there, but it does not gouge. Let me see if I could find. There you go. It's not gouged. It's just the paint that came off. You can see the epoxy on the bottom. No problem there. And again, you can take off the stickers. There's another small paint chip right there. It's a little bit under the sticker, but if you peel it off, you could see it. It's a little bit, and that's not the reason why I put the sticker there. Again, I just thought it was kind of cool to put that on there. So I originally wanted a black one, and then I ended up falling in love with this ice blue burst. But yeah, everything is great on this guitar. To be honest, there's another little chip right here on the bottom. It's only the finish. Yeah, nothing bad. Everything is intact. The input is in great shape. Doesn't make any noise. It's not loose, anything like that. But yeah, let me put this back down here. I could just do a quick little walk around on it and just show the condition that it's in. Hopefully it can be seen. I will have photos of the spots that have the little scratches and whatnot. But yeah, it's a great playing guitar. Feels great. You shouldn't have any issues right out of the box. Obviously you can set it up to whatever you like. They come with 11s. It has an 11 gauge spring on the back, but I am including another 11 gauge spring and two 9 gauge springs. So it does come with different springs, and I found that the 9 gauge springs you can use with 10s and 10.5 gauge strings. So it's not just limited to 9s. And same thing with 11s. If you like more tension, you can use 10 gauge to 10.5 to 11 gauge, of course, what it's meant for the 11 gauge spring. It will come with a bunch of tremolo arms. I also am including a bunch of saddles, bearings that come on the 3 bridges I'm including. And in case this ever went out, the bearing for the tremolo, I'm including several of them as well. And I'm including switches. And all these parts came from the Parker factory. I purchased all of these myself. Let's see, what else is there to say about this puppy? That's pretty much it. This is the guitar, and you can feel confident. Look at all my ratings. I don't rip anybody off. Don't like to do that. That's not the type of person I am. Just want you to be happy, just like I want to be happy with the amount that I get for this instrument. Again, professional instrument. Please do not treat it as if this is a very low-end instrument to where you can offer something very low. If you're looking at this, then you already know what they are, and they're becoming more and more collectible. And this one's a great one. I'm pretty sure you'd be very happy with it. So thank you very much, and if you have any questions, let me know. I answer pretty quickly. After payment, I'll make sure this whole thing is packed up very well in case I do ship it. And I will take photos and video of how I packed it as well, and it will ship insured. Thank you so much.